What is up, guys? Welcome to my trailer breakdown for The Flash Season 5 Episode 18, titled Godspeed. This episode is not coming out until April 16th, so that's a couple weeks off. I don't know why they're doing this, maybe just because they have a set date for the finale and they have to get that finale out like in middle of May, and they wouldn't have, it would have been like the end of April otherwise if they didn't have this break. But anyway, there is a lot to look forward to in this episode based off the way the season is going, based off the actual trailer, and most of all based off the title of the episode, which is Godspeed. So before we break it down, let's watch the trailer.
She's our daughter.
She lied to us.
Since the first day she got here.
This has everything from the day she arrived. Read it from the beginning.
She must have felt completely alone.
But she wasn't. Run, Nora. Run.
The Flash returns with an all-new episode Tuesday, April 16th on the CW.
So obviously the last episode ended with Nora's secret about her working with the Reverse Flash this entire time was revealed to Team Flash through Sherlock Wells, and Team Flash reacted accordingly with Barry running Nora into the pipeline under Star Labs. But in this episode we see that continued with Barry and Iris having a conversation or an argument about Nora. Barry seems a lot more angry about it than Iris does. Iris says she's our daughter, obviously having some sympathy for the situation, while Barry seems a lot more distraught about the entire situation. In the trailer we hear him say or scream to Iris that she lied to them this entire time, and that might be just like a front for him, like his actual problem with this whole thing, which is that she has been working with the Reverse Flash this entire time, not exactly that she lied to him. This is a big lie. It is definitely a significant lie, but that's definitely not the biggest problem here. The biggest problem is that she has been working with the Reverse Flash, and I'm hoping that they get to that in this episode. I'm hoping that Barry's main problem is not that she lied to them. I'm hoping it's not like, we don't have a problem that you're working the Reverse Flash, we have a problem with that you lied to us. I really hope that doesn't happen, because that's just kind of stupid. I'm hoping they really get to the point, which is that Barry's not really angry that she lied to him. He's more angry that she has been working with his arch nemesis, and I'm really hoping they get to that in this episode. This episode seems really jam-packed with a lot of things, and the one thing we don't even see in the trailer is the thing we're most excited for, which is Godspeed, which is the title of the episode, which I will talk about in this video after I break down the entire trailer. So we see that Barry and Ralph, and then probably the rest of Team Flash, is probably like a whole Team Flash effort, decide to read Nora's journal. They're probably going to use the translation that they had from all the way back in Season 4, Episode 1, the same thing that Sherlock has been using this entire time, this entire season, and that's how we learn that she has been working with Thawne this entire time through her journal, or partially through her journal. But this journal, based off like the words in this trailer, which is "the truth will set her free," there will be some big revelation about Nora, probably her motivation, or we already know her motivation, but like something deeper than that, and her origin story as well as her idea of what Thawne's motivation is in her perspective, and that might set her free at the end. We also hear that Barry is again way angrier about this than the rest of the team. Somebody says, I'm pretty sure it's either Caitlin or Iris, or somebody says she must have been so alone. Then Barry says, well, she wasn't, obviously talking about Thawne. He is very angry about the fact that she has been working with Thawne, and the rest of the team don't seem to be as angry about it at all, so that might rise up some interesting conflict that might be resolved at the end of this episode, but I'm hoping it's not resolved until like the second to last episode of the season, because it's a conflict that definitely needs to be addressed for a very long time, for a couple weeks really, or a couple episodes, and I don't think it will be resolved in the next episode. But there will be some big revelation about Nora or Thawne in this episode, and I'm pretty sure that will be told through flashbacks. I think that Nora will probably spend most of the episode in the pipeline, if not the entirety, and if not that, even a little bit of the next episode, because she definitely has to spend the entirety of the episode in the pipeline. But that being said, there are a lot of scenes in this trailer with Nora outside of the pipeline that, like I said, I think are flashbacks set in 2049, which is 30 years in the future, so it's flashbacks to her, but flash forwards for everybody else in the present day that is not from the future. But this is her origin story. This is probably when she unlocks her powers. If you remember, I think it was revealed in like episode 4 of the season why she was so angry at Iris. It's because Iris suppressed her powers, and also I'm pretty sure she didn't tell Nora that her father was the Flash, only that her father was Barry Allen, and nobody knew that they were one and the same, and I'm pretty sure they said in that same episode that was revealed why she's angry at Iris, it was revealed that she unlocked her power, she got rid of the suppressant Iris put in her 6 months before she time traveled to the wedding back in season 4 episode 9, so it only took her 6 months to learn how to time travel, which was explained by the fact that Thawne taught her how to do it. But this will be her origin story, showing everything like that, showing her why she feels so alone, like somebody in this trailer says. I'm pretty sure it was either Caitlin or Iris, probably because she's very, very angry at Iris, and now that she knows that her father was the Flash and she wants to save him, she turns to Thawne, who teaches her how to time travel, and that explains why she started working with Thawne, and that explains probably these flashbacks will also explain Thawne's motivation for all this, and his main goal in all of this, in manipulating Nora and manipulating Team Flash through Nora this entire season, and we're going to learn all of that in this episode. In these flashbacks, we're probably also going to see her learning how to use her powers, becoming Excess, and probably going to lead up till she starts time traveling and goes back to season 4 episode 9. And I also think that it's in these flashbacks that we're going to get to see Godspeed. I don't think we're going to see Godspeed versus the Flash at all in this episode. I don't think that the Flash will learn about Godspeed at all until probably season 6. I just think that this is the first episode we're going to see of Godspeed, but he's also probably going to be a main villain in the future, because if he appears in this episode as a one-off villain, that will be such a waste of potential for the character, but at the same time, he cannot appear in the season without overtaking the actual main villain if he's going to be a main villain. So I think this is what's going to happen. He's probably going to appear in the flash forward / flashbacks in 2049 as a villain for Nora, as he is a villain in the future, setting him up for the next episode, for the next season as well, probably as the main villain, because he has so much potential to be a great main villain of the season in everything from his costume to his motivation to everything, like the fact that he is a speedster. I do definitely want to see another speedster villain in the future of the show, probably in season 6, and I think Godspeed will be perfect for that. But at the same time, if he appears in this episode as a one-off villain, that will be such a waste of the character. So I do think he's probably going to appear in the flashbacks as the antagonist of the flashbacks to Nora and Thawne. We might even see a fight between Godspeed and Thawne, which would be awesome, like the Reverse Flash versus Godspeed. As Godspeed's first appearance, he probably will beat Reverse Flash just to show how menacing and powerful he can be, and that will probably be an awesome amount of scenes. But we see a scene here with Nora screaming for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe something to do with Godspeed, maybe something to do with Iris. But we also see Nora hiding somewhere from something or someone, probably Godspeed, because who else would she be running from? And also we hear Thawne saying, "Run, Nora, run," which is another variation of the Run, Barry, Run we heard in the first episode of the show, probably showing that Nora will probably go head-to-head with Godspeed. Maybe Reverse Flash will as well, although I don't really see, I said that a second ago, but at the same time, I don't really see how that could happen, because he is in the prison that he is in, probably on death row, so I don't really see how that would work for him to go against Godspeed. But we probably see Excess versus Godspeed, and if we do, I really hope in the scene we see Godspeed just completely annihilate Excess, similarly to Zoom annihilating the Flash in season 2 episode 6, and because of that she runs away to the past and she gets Thawne's help in that way. But I do think that this could be a great introduction for Godspeed. I just really hope they don't waste him as a one-off villain, and I really hope that Excess doesn't defeat him very easily or at all. I will say one thing though about this trailer, it kind of pisses me off because it's titled Godspeed. We've seen Godspeed before, but it doesn't show Godspeed at all in the trailer, which is such a bummer. I really wanted to see Godspeed, and if they don't show Godspeed at all in any of the promotional material until the episode comes out, we're going to have to wait a long time to see what he looks like in action, and if they release a poster, which they definitely should, we're going to have to wait till then. The only thing we have of Godspeed on the show is this set photo, which he looks so cool in this very unprofessional, not unprofessional set photo, but unprofessional photo compared to a poster or a promotional photo, or even seeing him in footage in a trailer. But the fact that this is titled Godspeed, and this is something that people have been waiting for such a long time, and they didn't show it in the trailer at all, kind of pisses me off. But at the same time, I am so excited for this episode. I'm excited for it. Like I said earlier, the trailer looks very, very good, despite the fact that we don't see Godspeed. Secondly, the season has been going so well so far in the last 4 episodes. And lastly, Godspeed is finally appearing on The Flash, which has been so anticipated for a very long time, basically ever since he debuted in 2016 in The Flash Rebirth #1, because his costume just looks so awesome. And I also think that his character in general, outside of his costume, is great, and I think he could be such a great main villain for this show. And I'm really hoping that after this episode we get a great first impression of the character and we get to see him again in the future. But it still pisses me off that we did not get to see him at all in this trailer. I'm really hoping they either release an extended trailer with Godspeed or at least a poster. But anyway, in the comments down below, let me know if you're excited for this episode. I definitely am. And if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.